What is going on, everybody? It's Tyler back here with another race in the Four Wide Racing Series. This one's coming to you from Kentucky. We got a late afternoon race here this week. Last week we were at Pocono. No video for the Pocono race. It turned out to be a crash fest. We had way too many new people in there who didn't know how to run the track, so we wound up not doing Pocono. But we should have a pretty good race here at Kentucky. I have done more practice for this race than any of the races this season so far. Felt like I had a little bit of speed in the car, but it's going to come down to tires, tires, tires. Just like the last couple weeks, it's all about how well you can save. And unfortunately, um, I didn't do too much practice doing that. I was just trying to go quick, but yeah, so here we go. We're coming off turn four for our second qualifying lap. We messed up the second one a little bit, so the first one's going to be our fastest. Still, not a bad lap. Not a great lap, but not a bad lap. We're going to get a good start here. So, yeah, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to get jumped here one spot from where we initially qualified. We're going to be starting P6 right behind Austin up in P4. Feel like every race we're starting right around our teammate, but we're getting ready. The field's stacking up. We're coming off of turn four. Everybody's waiting on that pace car to pull off and the 78 car to go. This pace car is going to go ahead, pull off into pit road, waiting on the green lights to get the race started. And there we go. The green flag is out, and we are going to get ready, up to speed, diving it off into turn number one here. Um, you know, Tires are definitely a concern for me. They're cold right now. I don't want to spin the car out already. So I'm just going to go real easy, give the 22 the inside of me, but we're going to clear him coming off of turn two. And these five guys in front of me have been the fastest cars all practice, and they're going to be running up front pretty much the entire race. So I'm going to stick real close to them, see if I can learn a thing or two, because at this point I had no idea what my strategy was going to be. I'm just kind of riding around. Some laps I'm pushing it, some laps I'm not. This lap, diving into turn two there, I'm pushing it, pushing it, pushing it, and the car starts to step out. Keep from wrecking it like I did at the start of the Atlanta race. I'm going to go ahead and just drop it inside lift, and I'm going to lose 3 spots real quick right there, and we're going to go all the way back to P9 here in a couple of laps. But, you know, that's what you got to do sometimes, instead of trying to overcorrect it and coming back up and ruining the 75, 9, 88, all their races. I just lifted, kept it down there at the bottom, gathered it back up, and jumped back in line. But that's not what we wanted to do. We wanted to run up there behind, the 21 and the 77 and those guys, because we know they're quick and we know they know how to save tires. So I just wanted to try to learn a thing or two and pushed it a little hard trying to ride with them. But that type of stuff happens in iRacing, and it's unfortunate. A lot of the professional drivers are going to complain about the tire model in this game and how unrealistic it is. And, I do think some of the tracks, the fall off is a little extreme. But, you know, best we can do now is just try to ride it out and see what we can do here. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead a couple of laps here. We are back in P9. James Holzer got past us, and that's not a surprise. The 88 car's fast every week, but we're running here in ninth place, right behind the 22. We've been riding right around him this entire first run, and we're getting a huge run off of turn four. And the 99 car roaming along behind me is going to get a huge run also. He's going to go to my inside, so I can't take it to the inside of the 22. I try to go up to the outside, and he comes up and takes the nose straight off the car. And, I feel like early on in every race this season we've gotten damaged, but let's go ahead and take a look and see what happened there.
Reckoning one.
So yeah, I'll let you guys be the judge of that wreck, but came down, got some of the damage repaired. We're gonna be starting here right around P18. Green flag comes out. the 9 car. I don't know what happened to him, but he did not get a very good restart, so I can't go down to that yellow line yet. And that's going to give Hayes Booth a huge run. He's going to go to the inside of me. 12 car loses a lot of speed. I guess it stepped out on him, so he's going to go up the track, and I get a huge run coming off of 2. And that's kind of surprising to me because I did not use the fast repair at this point. That's one of the changes I made from other races is, after the early wreck, I didn't use my fast repair. I just let my pit crew repair as much of it as they could, and I'm going to save it in case I get involved in something later on in this race that's more devastating. But we're already up to P15 here, so I'm already surprising myself. And at this point, I'm thinking in the back of my head, like, hey, I am pushing it too hard. Cars are almost stepping out on me. Tires are fresh, cold on the track. We're not going to have a lot of speed. Um, we're going to have to really control what we're doing here so the car doesn't spin out on us. But, you know, I'm upset at this point. I'm running a little too aggressive. I'm burning the tires up, and I wasn't thinking about that at this point. I was just trying to stay with this pack and with damage and trying to run people down. I'm just burning the tires up as some guys are getting squirrely coming off of 2 here, and that's going to open up the outside. So, we're going to go ahead on the outside of Cade Gimbel in the 2 car, and he's going to get a huge run into the corner. He's going to clear me in the 5 car of Hayes Booth, gets a run. I'm not trying to race him. I know he's got quick cars in this game, so I'm just going to let him have that inside and go ahead and make a run on me. So that's going to go ahead and drop us back down to P15-ish here, I believe. Skip ahead a couple laps. Spotter comes over the radio and tells me, tires are gone. You're about to blow your right front. So as I'm about to get lapped, I pull it into pit road, and unfortunately, there was nothing I could do about that. And as we're pulling off, we're going to be a couple of laps down, and that's just from running it too hard. I went ahead and got all the damage repaired. I only had about 3 seconds, but looking back on the tires after that pit stop, my right front was down to 5%, and everybody else at this point was still at 40% on their right fronts, I believe. So, had to do what I had to do, but we're going to come out here P18. I believe we are the first car a lap down. Um, so we are in the lucky dog position. It's just a matter of I want to get up to the leaders and try to get one of my laps back, so that way I could get the lucky dog and be on the lead lap. But that's not going to happen as the yellow flag is going to come out here. Let's take a look at what happened. So fortunately, we are going to get the lucky dog there, and since everybody else pit, we got waved around back onto the lead lap, and because of the lucky dog, we're gonna have to start behind everybody else who wound up being a lap down after that wreck, and the green flag is gonna come out, and we are going to get a huge run here on the outside of the 9 car, and I don't know, I just really felt more comfortable on the fresh tires trying to pass on the outside than the inside, because if I lost it, I had room. But he drives it in the corner pretty well, and we're going to come up big run off 2. And I believe we're 3 wide at this point, but I'm saying that I didn't think this move was going to work, and luckily the car stuck and didn't slide sideways on me. As somebody up there, Roman, got real loose coming off of 4. We're going to go to the outside of him, and through the first lap, it's definitely crazy here, but no, it's comfortable at this point. We're not getting too aggressive. We're just going to ride around and try to do a lot better job saving the tires. And yeah, so that's that. So we're going to skip ahead here about 35 laps to lap 100. This is the end of the run here. We catch up to the 22 car. We're getting a huge run on him and just trying to see what I can do, save the tires a lot better. But we're going to hop on board here and listen to the stream audio and listen to what happened. I can't turn it. I can't turn it.
Clear. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
I couldn't turn it any lower, dude.
Pit road is closed. Get stop 23, car. Off the right car, off the right car.
So yeah, that was unfortunate. I could not turn the car any lower, and he just kept coming down, and we got involved with the 22 again. But come down pit road, used our fast repair. We're getting towards the end of this race, 30 to go. We want to get a run. We get a great start. The outside line does not go. We're diving into turn number 1 and 2, and we're gonna go ahead and hop on the stream audio again because this got interesting. Oh my God! Oh, you gotta be kidding me!
Wrecking.
Wreck on the back stretch.
Pit road is closed. Top about 9.
What happened?
Somebody turned Cade.
78, I don't know how the hell you get through 1 and 2 that good without even breaking any sort of
Right after I
rules.
used the juice repair, man. Every fucking race.
Wrecking.
Wreck on the back stretch.
That scared the crap out of me.
Yeah, so that was a heartbreaker there. The 2 car just happened to get up into the outside wall, and he came back down the track. And of course, right after using the fast repair, literally the lap after using my fast repair, we get involved in yet another incident today. And Kentucky just has not been good to us. It's been chaotic. It's not really been a lot of close racing except for here on the restarts, but you know, just trouble seemed to find me all day. And the 2 incidents with the 22 car, depending on how you view that, you could have put that blame on me on either one of those incidents, even though personally I feel like we were both at fault trying to make moves that we shouldn't have been making and not really paying attention to where the other cars were. But, you know, try to come down and get all the damage fixed. We actually tried to stay out and lead a lap, which is why we got an unsafe exit because I wound up panicking and trying to get all the damage repaired quicker under that caution so I could make runs here with about 15 to go. And Roman stayed out, so we couldn't lead a lap. And we're gonna still be able to make some passes here, which is pretty surprising because as you saw with the 2 car, that was a big wreck. But we got guys all up into each other here in front of me. They're all over the place. There is a huge pile up going into turn 1. We are going to back it way down. And that's not something I wanted to see. The other big fast racing car sitting up on the high side of the track wrecked. Let's go ahead and take a look at what happened to him.
Damn, bro! Woo, Bob, where'd you come from?
So that one there, that's going to take out a lot of the fast guys in this race. The 88 was involved, the 11 was involved, the 75 had been running well all day. Fortunately, Austin still had a fast repair, so he's going to restart right in front of us here in P11. And you know how he gets on restarts. He's going to get really aggressive and try to look for some positions here. And at this point, I'm just trying to get to the finish line. The 21 car is going to go ahead and really just throw it in there. I was not expecting him to make that, but then again, it's Brody Smith. He's going to put the car wherever he can put the car when we're getting down with about 5 to go here. So give him the position. The 2 car is going to go ahead and drop back under us, and we're going to go all the way back to P15. But not much I can do with how much damage this car had. I just wish that I could have seen into the future that we were going to get wrecked there right after using the fast repair. Maybe have not used it, maybe have saved it a little later. It's one of those things. I know I'm going to get involved in something, and I just don't want to not have a fast repair at the end because of situations like this. That's where the bad finishes come from. Grateful to at least be able to finish every race so far this season, but really wish I could be up there in this pack because you see these guys, they're running 3, 4 wide, just getting absolutely insane up here, trying to get all they can get, slicing and dicing. And I just want to be able to get up there and give you guys a view of how I can actually race. But, that's not how it worked out. Is somebody's down there getting real loose on the inside. We got 5 to go here. everybody from about 6th up is going to even out. The 2 car gets loose again. He's going to go down to the apron. We're going to go ahead to the outside of Cade there, and coming around, we're going to ride around on the white flag lap, kind of wrap up this race. Cade got back in front of us. We're running P15. No pressure from behind. The 3 car behind us has no front end from an earlier spin that he had. So, you know, we're not going to catch Cade. We're not going to get caught from behind. We're going to come home right around P15, I believe. Overall, just got to do more work trying to save the tires and not get too aggressive when I can see a move. But, you know, not a bad result, not a great result, as they're all wrecking come over the finish line. P15 is where it's going to end up, and we're going to get ready to go to our next race.